rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken at the 3. A little 360. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And some room to roam now. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Newton. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. This is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Iowa, Amani Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 15-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
This is taken at the 23. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here we go. 180. 54 miles. 20. SOS. Hey, watch out.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Flushed out right. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And they'll get this down to the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And the Panthers in for the score.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This fielded at the 2. Spins away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They give to Johnson going right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Third and long here for Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
1st down, Titans.
Set. Move angle. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Three. Shift. Recon. 132 fight. Three.
Mariota now from the 50. Out left side here to Bryant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 37 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just...
Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his second touchdown on the season, and the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. A shotgun snap for Newton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
14-14.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So we erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike set 33. Watch the run.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Carolina. 64 yards. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver. And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops. Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3. And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed? Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent. Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Throw right side, caught by Davis. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The first down carry here for Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. Switch. One.
Now Mariota throwing the out route incomplete. It's Taylor. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Get him, boy.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let him know.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there just before halftime. 63 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. Newton to throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen. As the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Gano the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Let's go, fellas.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Newton. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there, 21 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Mariota. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Watch the pass.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Mario Addison in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mariota looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bryant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line.
First down, Titans.
Mariota now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Mariota dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Throwing is Mariota. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Suckup. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. 73 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as they have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Check. Watch 54. Nice, sweetheart.
On play action, Mariota. Going deep here for Taylor. It got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line.
First down, Tennessee.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Lewis here on first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Play fake. Mariota eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns able to get him for a loss of about 3.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Here's Mariota. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. From the 39, Newton He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down and 4, Mariota and Walker with it over the middle. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 35-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mariota to throw it. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Over the middle, complete. It's Walker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the run. Tighten up.
On first and 10, here's Mariota. Being chased out left. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. And it'll bring up third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To throw Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Titans go. It's Mariota. He completes it to Bryant. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's first and 10. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on first down. Johnson down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 30 on second down, Mariota. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Titans on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Newton. Steps away to his left. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. That goes for a gain of 31. Oh, big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Right there.
Newton. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And give that one to the Bears as they wind up winners. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. Now Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Mariota to throw for it on fourth. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
He's got the first down or more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel